got a chocolate bar.
I got a quarter.
I got 5 pieces of candy. What did you get, Charlie Brown?
I got a rock.
I got a chocolate bar.
I got a quarter.
I got 5
Gee, I got a candy bar.
Boy, I got 3 cookies.
Hey, I got a package of gum.
I got a rock.
Trick or treat. I got a popcorn ball.
I got a fudge bar.
I got a pack of gum.
I got a rock. I got a rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Aloha, everybody. It is Halloween. Forget your troubles. There's nothing to worry about except for tracking the horde number 45. We've been on YouTube for 1 whole year. And we're going to tell about it.
It has flown by.
It has flown by, hasn't it? It's almost like, what were we even doing? Did we do anything here? Did we accomplish anything? The answer is... Well, thank you. I appreciate anyway. We've been here for a year, and you're still watching. So, and the alohas are you hush, you bastard. Thank you. So let's just start off and say aloha to all the finery here, starting with Your Honor of the Biff Boffo, followed by Axe Monkey, Dendagore Depot, what WTF, who was on vacation but is back. Record Crate Ryan, Silver Hair Stacker, Aloha. Wait, don't do that one. Jeez, crap does not work. Is Ayo here? I'm just gonna pre-do Ayo. I'm gonna preload Josh Gall and James in case they're here. I don't know if they are yet, but we're just gonna say they are. Callie Debs is definitely here. Major Wit is here.
Stay pretty. Duggan Rowe. Thank you. He's saying happy anniversary.
I know we did it for a year.
Yeah, it's crazy. Has the past year flown by for you guys?
It's
I just don't get it.
We've been busy trying to figure stuff out, and then I can tell you that eBay has not failed for us currently. There's an orangey up there. We have not scrolled down all the way to see it.
What the
Whoa!
Oh my goodness!
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. That's so awesome. Thank you so much,
sweet.
Major Win.
Lag.
And thank you everybody else for being here. Thank you, Lag.
6x6.
Thank you, Carla Olsen, also here. Everybody's here. Jen's here. Who's say hi to Jen? Jen is here. And you did say 6x6.
Yeah.
You guys are back from vacation. So now I digress. And I hope all of you in Florida get the heck out of Dodge. And I'm glad that Will and Simonin are in.
Oh.
They were worried because they were going to go up to Tallahassee, I think. So it looks like they're going to be, they're going to move further away. I hope that's what they said.
Well, my friend Sunshine was going to go up to Tallahassee, but
Yeah, get everybody confused.
the
problem is it shifts.
traffic was bad. Gas station was out of gas, and the flights were
Cheapest one was to come here to Burlington, Vermont. She couldn't get anywhere but to here and couldn't bug out on that short of term. So I hope everybody is bugged out. Got your Tesla helicopters. You've flown to your secondary homes, and in like Puerto Vallarta. Where are all the cool secondary homes now? Where's everybody's secondary home on the chat here?
I don't think I would be able to live in Florida. I would just be too stressed out with hurricanes.
I don't know. I mean, that's fine.
I'm stressed out by a mouse.
Buckeye Flips is here. Aloha!
Hey, aloha!
Buckeyes are not Florida, so hopefully you are out of harm's way today. it's kind of like we're all just sitting here waiting for a little bit of a countdown. There's so many resellers that we know just from YouTube, if only, that are in Florida and sort of because of that in the way of the thing. So don't go to the bad place. In fact, they're closing Disneyland down too. Disney World, 2 days, I think. Tomorrow, something like that. That's the weather report. You're welcome, Brother Craig. WPRIMO weather brought to you by no one you should listen to about weather. Ryan, though. Hi, punks.
Yes.
How you doing,
Ryan? Are you doing any hurricane
weather?
broadcasts?
Did you want to do the weather yourself? My little pie.
Buckeye says sunny
pie.
and 65 here.
Yeah, we're at, I think we're 65. Yeah, we're actually almost probably exactly at 65 ourselves. And, yeah, it's like, I don't actually want to put my finger in my mouth, but I'm just going to do the old-fashioned weather test inside the house. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, so weather's, yeah, it's sunny. The sun's coming in through the cat and the skeletons. This is me. I'm Big Skelly. This is tiny Pokey baby Skelly, and then there's Bridget. She's old Skelly. I mean, that's not a commentary. You're just the vintage Skelly. Well, they're all vintage Skellys, but some are 70s, some are 50s, and the rest is just a dream. Plus, we put a pumpkin right there, right there. Look at that tiny pumpkin.
It's really
orange.
Yeah, vivid.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
It's lit up.
Oh, and the little pumpkins.
Oh, we did
jack-o'-lanterns.
We regaled ourselves with Pumpkin Anna. We are fully regaled with Pumpkin Anna. I still have a little bit of the PSL from earlier today, the Stoke PSL. You know, I'm going to start right at the top because we didn't ask any serious questions, but I see Biff comes right off saying it dies so quickly. It grows so slowly, but when it dies for good. It's called eBay, and it belongs to everyone but us. I want to show you the world in my eyes. Has everybody been having a little bit of a slowdown? I haven't.
Yeah,
I haven't noticed
I
it.
think Jen said that, yeah, eBay is dead so far today. Jen Decor was saying thoughts are with Florida. Hope it's not as bad. I know, gosh.
You look at the thing that, the bad thing that just happened, Helen, and it wasn't Helena. No matter what, she was a big B, and she went, it's like it wasn't even a hurricane that messed everybody up. It was just water, just like it was a tropical depression or whatever. And now this thing's going to hit Florida at, I'm trying to make this, catastrophize this a bit, because it's insane how big it's going to hit at 4, and it's going to travel across to Disney World and hit Disney World as still a Category 1, so the maps say that. So, yeah, Milton. Back to the fact that we have been here for 1 year. I'm a segwologist today, just bouncing back and forth.
Record Crate is also here he's here for the hurricane weather report, but also peanut butter recommendations.
Oh,
I would do Teddy.
Yeah.
Unsalted smooth.
Organic? It doesn't have
it's
to be
not
organic. That one's not?
No.
Oh, I got the wrong one. Oops.
Oh.
Well, I got it for the mice because somehow we invited some fall time mice into our house.
I am freaked.
She is having
out.
We bought on eBay. We would never buy them on Amazon. We support our resellers. We bought some of those. Well, there's 2 different kinds of flip tops. We can't hurt animals here, and I was up at 5:00 this morning, dropping off a have a heart mouse off to his new home in the park. So that's how it works around here, and that's how it works around here. So we got these big buckets that go on a 5-gallon bucket, and there's 2 kinds.
Lids.
There's the murder bucket.
A flip. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a flippers, but one's a murder one, and then you put water in there. I guess you could put water in this one too. But the whole point is it has a lid, so it gets in there, and then it goes, hey, there's some cheese, and then it goes yoink, and it goes down in there. And you could water them up if you wanted to, murder. But she can't murder. So
No.
Our
I don't
house
know.
is basically a wild kingdom.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping.
Well, the mice invaded with like full regiments this time. They are
Full invasion.
they're fully invaded us. So we have caught mice up and downstairs, which is how did they even get upstairs?
Ever have had mice upstairs?
The only way they can do that is to go
Freak
through a
out.
wall and then pop out upstairs and be like, "Hiya," which is what they did. They were all supplies. Remember that? You didn't like it. I heard yesterday. I heard cartoon lady screaming. 1950s cartoon lady screaming, "Eek! A mouse!" But it was her.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of our mouse problems.
Deliberate allure. Aloha. Cheers to another year. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You popped out the chat earlier, but it's not there.
It's depopped. Repop it.
There it is.
There you go. Here at the bottom.
Nice to
here.
see you, Deliberate Allure.
And Texas Bandit is here
not
also.
sure
Motorcycle Dork is here. You don't mention that.
Motorcycle Dork.
Aloha.
Thank you, Motorcycle Dork. And thank you to all of our members. It's so awesome seeing all those
all green.
greens. And then it's so
Except for
awesome
lag.
to see everyone else, too.
But the lag was, did the Biebers, did the Bieber love. And Biff Boffo, you need a cat.
I
My feral
know.
friend took down a squirrel and left it in my door and didn't authorize that hit. But the thing is, yes, they do. They're totally AI. They're alternate intelligence, the cats. And we had cats for a long time, and we did not have mice. Imagine that. The few poor the few mice that made it in here
The few poor mice.
The few poor mice that made it in here when Kidney Bean was on patrol. We found one where all the hair fell off. It was like, I think she just sat there and picked off all its hair or something. I don't know what happened. But she wasn't like, she didn't eat them. She put them
Most
through
cats
full
don't.
torture. She was
Don't
a
they
torture.
just play with them?
Yeah, that's what she did. And that was, I felt bad at that point for the mice. So anyway, they're going to be eradicated with professional people if we can't coordinate them in the next week.
I don't know.
Or so.
It's causing me too much stress.
So they're going to be one way or other. They're on their way out. And it's because it's usually fun. You know, you're just like eating a bagel and a mouse comes up and like sits on your hand. You know, like a Pasquale. I don't even know who's a mouse. Cartoon mouse. Mickey? Oh yeah, right. Him. Remember?
Tom and Jerry.
Hi. Stop it, Pluto. You know, so you're having a bagel and there's a mouse. And you're friends. But we're not friends with
Lag
these
has
mice.
a white mouse as a pet.
You stroke it in your evil
Hey,
basement
Microdez.
lair.
Good afternoon. Someone get me motivated, feeling content. Yesterday's sales were great. Sold 3 times my norm.
Wow.
I think you might be the only one in this group today. Even got a Macari sale. Was there a theme amongst the items that you sold?
And yeah, Ratatouille. Right. Was there a
Right,
theme
Ratatouille.
amongst
Yes.
the items? But also Biff is saying that his cat's like full mafia professional double tap and just like rips the head clean off. He's like, Dad, look at this.
Hey, Quirky
A
Picker
whole
Chat.
bunch of
Aloha.
heads here for you. Thank you. Aloha to you.
Lag is the mouse of albino? Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
It's an albino. It's a albino street rat.
It's maniacal.
Maniacal. Mini cow. It's maniacal.
Oh, I just bought a huge merchandise lot of Japanese rock band.
Oh, that's awesome.
The Gazette, dirt cheap at auction.
I have not heard of the Gazette, but there's so many bands. I mean, Japanese bands. You know what we did? We get Ryan's gonna be so jelly. We just totally all you guys with you card guys, and we're like poo on the cheap cards. Well, guess who's in the card game now? That's right. We spent $10, and we got, look at these cards. We bought cards. We're card people now.
They're huge, yo.
Look at these cards. We bought cards of cards. So we do cards now. We're like American
okay, Tom
arbitrage.
Green.
Did you hear about our card business that we do now?
You got a
We're gonna have
card.
We're gonna have a fifth store. We're gonna do cards.
Boom, boom.
So
Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Ryan. Yeah, Ryan
What?
called him
Yes,
right out,
it's-
right? We're like, hey, Ryan,
Hey,
check
Blue
these
VT.
out.
Aloha.
Blue V2.
Aloha, congrats by the mice. Yes, mice can climb the steps. They're carpeted. Yeah.
Do they really go through that? You know, all that effort? I feel like they just went through like a secret passage up a wall or something and popped out. Because I'm not quite. Yeah, that's a good point. Because I don't know where they're coming in upstairs. They could have just went like bold mouse move and just tactical mouse climbing gear.
I
they went up the stairs.
think it came in somehow, some other way. I don't know.
Through outer space.
I think
The
any
thing is
pancakes-
last year at the end of spring, we had 2 baby mice fall out of that ceiling hole in that area that I didn't finish. So they were already upstairs then. So my speculation is that they used the old stink mouse smell method of following the trail. And now they're sitting in the old place where the other babies
Brandy,
were born.
Thank you.
And
Aloha.
that's our house is full of mice.
I think this is maybe the worst it's ever been.
It's rare. It's rare that it happens, but we're actually going to. I'm speculating that I brought them in with something.
Oh right.
I
with
brought them
all
in a
that
box
stuff.
of stuff I
Oh,
didn't look
boy.
through entirely because you'll get like a U-Haul box that looks clean, but then it had the story is what we sell on our eBay store. A lot of what we sell are these 45s from this one DJ. He passed away, and he was at like K-Rock in New York City. Before it was K-Rock, it was called WAPP.
They even have a Chip Hobart. They even have
Chip
a thing
Hobart.
on Bon Jovi. He was
Yeah.
like the one
He
that
discovered Bon Jovi.
played Bon Jovi's like first song or something, and
So we got all
became
the
famous.
we got all his records in their beautiful condition, white label. Sold just amazing. We've been selling them for a couple years now. They're amazing. Still going strong. Anyway, his tapes, all of his air checks. I've got all of his air checks from every station he ever worked at.
Oh, the real.
Yeah,
tapes.
reel to reels. They may or may not work because Vermont's not the best place to store reel to reel tapes. But we do have them all, and I don't know exactly how to sell them or what I'm going to do with them.
I wonder.
Anyway, mice might have lived in there.
But I think I read that the Bon Jovi website even has like
Yeah.
a segment for Chip Hobart.
Go check him out, Chip Hobart.
Honoring Chip Hobart.
You feeling a little randy? Go buy a record from him. He touched them himself. I also touched them.
Like is saying scan them with the app. Are you talking about scanning the mice? If
Scan-
you are, that would be hilarious.
She's a little runaway. Yeah, that's the. Is that the one? That is the one.
Yeah.
Runaway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so, right? It was the Runaway song.
And so yeah, he discovered them. So anyway, got those tapes, and I think the mics liked them too, and took a pre-listen to them.
Or the Mercedes parts.
Well, there were mice in the Mercedes part, but those are in the garage. I actually brought a box, perhaps unfully checked, into the home area because I'm like, how did these mice get in here so fast and with such furiousness? I named one Vin Diesel and the other one's somebody else funny. Because they got in here so fast and furiously. Am I right? 1 year. Big year. Thank you. Look up there. You'll see Major Win has given us a beautiful orangey.
I know, how sweet, 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 sweet.
Well, that's a celebration
Gosh.
of 1
Major
year
Win.
on the tube.
Doug and Roe, we miss you guys so much.
Okay, so Ryan, we're gonna take a little fun time with Ryan here. So I don't know anything about the other $10. Oh, and by the way, update on the
Scan the cards with the app.
Oh yeah, that's dummies.
No,
we don't
the
even
mice
know.
would have been
This
hilarious.
is why we
never
are
know
here.
with you, lag.
And then you're there. And you're sitting on top of your piles of gold, and we're sitting on top of a pile of mouse crap because we don't even understand what scan them with your app means. But anyway,
Give me one.
scan it with your app. Pop out the chat, scan it with your app. There's a song in there somewhere. So we are, I want to show these to you. But the update was Because of sunny Las Vegas, what we're doing is we are investing some of our money, just like if it's a super good buy, on stuff we don't get or understand, that we have seen recently from younger resellers or from things that just don't make sense. Vaseline glass, uranium glass being one of those things. We don't understand why or how the crap is selling or why. So we had an opportunity to buy like a box for $10 and just wing it. Turned out there was about 20 plus pieces of whatever, what's it called again? Uranium glass. And the first two that we have listed, which we only did last week, first two were two actual verified Fenton, the ugliest one things in the whole thing. These hobnail little shoe things. And they are etched 1944, like to mom, to somebody, I don't know who. But anyway, one sold for $30, and that means we just tripled our money because we spent $10 on the whole box. We sold one for $30, Biff. So get out there and find that uranial glass because I don't know why that sells.
It's the little boots or whatever it was.
But why?
Did you say the
I will
shoe?
not question why people buy something, but I don't get it, and I need to know all the reasons why people buy everything. This is our next venture.
Excuse me.
Who's there? Rise and Grind Picker. Hello.
Hey,
welcome.
Yes, Dundakor Cha-ching sold a Heimlich beanie.
A Heimlich maneuver beanie. From a Bug's Life. Oh, right. Heimlich is it's a bug.
And some Christmas light bulbs. Yeah, 'tis the season.
I love Bug's Life. It reminds me of Hawaii. The first time we went to Hawaii, we watched it on the plane. I was like 6.
I'm downloading the TCG player app.
Okay, Charms of Shabti. So Ryan, do you need any of these? Any of these? So the point being, when you look that up, is it $1 or $2?
Yeah, $1.
Okay, but that's what
Mike
Ryan
Seller,
does.
aloha.
Aloha, member Mike Sellers, welcome. It was my point. Point is that we have 250 of them.
In a life, Carl.
So if it's worth aloha, Carl.
Oh, thanks for being here.
Now it's sort of a let's verify let's do a fact check on the 1 year anniversary. So I started this channel. I started my YouTube account in 2007. So this channel has been around since 2007. If you want to say that. So and if you go look at the very first videos I posted, they are digitized videos from like 1999 or something, and I put them up in 2007 when I first got the YouTube account, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it. And then I just kind of messed around for a couple of years, but on October 8th last year was the first time we came on with YouTube content, and at the time we had, I want to say we had, do we have 500 members already?
Sorry.
Because we're doing our Tiki Freaky show. But we didn't really get any traction with that. So, and then finally we just couldn't handle the eBay changes. I had to speak. My head was going to explode. We went on last year, October 8th, and we changed the course of history. Thank you. So anyway, $250. So if we buy a stack of cards like this for $10, and there's 250 of them, and they're worth $1 a piece. Now, I am not a mathematician. However, I am saying 250 cards times 1 equals 250.
This one was 21 cents on TCGB yogurt.
A ton of my cards are $169 free shipping, $69 covers the shipping, 16 cents for a fee on cards that wouldn't sell for 5 cents. Why, I wonder? Mice have barcodes. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I thought you could easily scan the mouse too. Didn't make sense to, whatever. I'm fine. Yu-Gi-Oh! Shiny is good. So we need some shiny Yu-Gi-Ohs. How do you tell if it's shiny?
Like metallic-y shine?
So what I'm going to guesstimate is that I see that there's a couple of cards missing on every page.
Yeah,
and
somebody pulled out the good ones, of course.
Those are the shiny ones, Ryan. I'm just guessing because I've been alive for so long. I'm scared of this liquid beverage from these very. See, is that shining? Is Skull Servant shining? Does it look shiny? It kind of looks shiny to me, but that's
No,
fake,
dear.
fake shiny.
No.
I'm a faker. I'm a scammer. There are shiny little pieces on it, like in the corner, little shiny corners. And who in their right mind makes up one of these games and it says 1996 on the bottom, but the first time these cards were printed was like 2003 or
I know,
something.
how confusing is that?
They confused us already. We're
yeah,
old. We can't handle
Viv
this.
says
kind of
some 10-year-old cherry picked.
Oh, totally.
And Ryan said he's tripling the normal selling
Oh,
price
there's one.
just by listing them
What's
on
that?
eBay and selling.
Ryan, shiny.
Let me see.
That shiny dragon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is. Hey, I
Fiend
can scan
Skull
it.
Dragon.
Let me scan
He
it.
sounds very dangerous and fiend scully. I'm touching it. Are my oils ruining it, Ryan? I'm oiling it. These things are not perfect. So
Fred Skull Dragon, 73 cents rare. What are these?
73 cents
I
rare?
don't understand.
How dare you?
These prices.
Why are you insulting my intelligence with 73 cents rare?
Oh wait, I don't know. It's like loading them. I have no idea.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Give me
It's
this.
loading.
Give me this
It's
thing.
loading all the options.
Oh, you can like choose.
It's like
choose
saying
how
there's
much you
one
wanna
for
pretend it's
73
worth.
cents. There's soup.
Well, choose
One
the
for
expensive one.
$2.18.
Yeah, this is $2.18. You didn't say it was worth $2.18.
Wait, what did you just do?
Nobody knows. You're probably going live now.
Yeah, no. Sell online.
Yeah, sell it.
No.
Do we have a buyer already? How'd you do that? What a great app. Somebody's already buying all our cards. Right? $35 $2 card. I don't know what that means because that seems like some math too.
I don't know what's happening here.
Bottom line is 1996 because Japan probably had them first or the cartoon was first. Biff Boffo always knows. He is our resident sense maker. And that actually, of course, that sounds perfectly legitimate that either the cartoon came out in 76. Because I have a Yu-Gi-Oh shirt from 2000 or 99. So it was out before it. And, I'm going to have to start playing these card games and become a super nerd. Like I'm not already. I'm going to
Hey, Basket Noodle!
I'm going to add a pedigree.
Aloha!
I'm going to add a merit badge to my nerd sash. And I'm going to know how to play card games. I can card it up. And then you and I are going to just blow off all the time and just play card games.
Mike was saying
What about Witty Phantom? Is he worth money? Witty Phantom?
Mike's eBay notifications are blowing up, but it's from purchases, not sales.
Oh.
Purchases he's made.
Yeah, we're buying a lot of stuff too right now. Feeling good about that. So I'm looking here. What I want to find are there's 3 cards in one of these slots because that'll be the secret good card. But here's a good one. Take a picture of this. This one has some sort of...
Oh, the holographic foil name is what he was talking about. Foil. 6x6. It's
this
like Barbie. The
holographic?
doll is still tagged from
Wheel-
origin date, but the production is modern.
Wheel-oriented gun. You can't see this. This is so spectacular. This is like showing a little hologram of Michael Jackson. It's so badass. Oh, there you go. Look at that. See that? $1 million, Ryan? Give us your... Oh, we have your address already. Remember we're supposed to send you guys stuff? Remember that? Are we ever going to do that? Should we give something else away so that
we add it to the pile of stuff
Yeah.
we need to ship?
Yep. Before Christmas. These are Christmas gifts, so... It's getting late, too. Now we're in October. Axe Monkey's going to get nervous.
Are there any reverses in there? I don't even know what that means.
What's this all mean? All this crazy stuff. I've got Toon Mermaid. She's a holographal. So what's this thing? This is not a hologram. This is like the whole card has got some schmutz on it.
No, there's
holograph
he said the
schmutz.
name is like foiled. Basket Noodles.
Oh yeah,
was
there's a lot of
saying-
foiled names.
Basket Noodles has a
Foiled
bunch
again.
of the Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic Gathering, Pokemon, and NASCAR cards, no clue what to do with. Sell them.
Give them to us. We are professional card sellers now. Our business name for this, I think we're gonna register a new
Did you
eBay
just say
name.
what day is it? October. 6x6. Are you quoting him? Because that sounds like something
October?
he would say.
We are going to American Arbitrage is our eBay name for cards.
Arbitrade.
Arbitrage.
Arbitrade.
Arbitrades. Yes. Okay. So I'm trying to find a couple names that are foiled up. Shadow Tamer. Stupid.
Mike is making
Stupid.
fun of either the both of us or you. You say Yu-Gi-Oh like I do. My kids correct me and say, no, it's you.
Don't you dare.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
You get over here. You get the back of my Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's from Billy Madison. What
is it?
day is it? Oh,
October? Yeah, I feel like we kind of represent Billy Madison well in this family. I'm going back to high school. Helping Robo for combat is also. Ryan, tell me when we tell you the $1 million card so we can stop looking. And by the way, these are so sticky and disgusting. These sheets.
God! Ugh.
I want to put them in new little card sleeves and stuff, but I'm not spending a dime unless this is worth anything.
Like says, you learn D&D and get a basement, we can hang out.
The kids wouldn't let me learn it. Like when I was young, I was too hyper and obnoxious, and they wouldn't let me. They didn't want. I couldn't sit still in your basement.
WTF? Why not card?
Giant Soldier of Stone.
Card to go. Card to go.
Card to go. Is that our new? Did we just make a new app? Giant Germ. Come on, Giant Germ's gotta be badass.
It is funny how somebody just was like, and this one is good.
Giant Germ.
This one is good.
The Giant Germ is good. Come on, Ryan. I'm waiting for your. Come on. I played you. You want me to just say Yugo? It's like a car. It's like the car. We played Yugo. 35-cent to $2 card range of price. Okay. I don't think with 35 cents you won't make any money, right? You can't. So Ryan? How would you sell these crap cards? There's a Terra Raminos. It's some sort of a serpent dragon. You guys see him shiny right there? How would you get rid of these? Just buy the whole stack, right?
Carthago was not big enough.
I'm intentionally never going to say these words right because the disdain I have for cards. I mean, I love them if they make me money. They'll become my favorites. Dragonness of Wicked Night is also that's a shiny name. Are you yawning? Because we're doing cards. That's why.
No, because I'm tired. There's a foil.
Elegant Egotist.
There's a foil.
And Bladefly. Tell me when we're rich, then we'll sell them. Carbonara warrior. It's like a bacon wrapped warrior. Come on.
B Nudes, why'd you do that? You should have donated. B Nudes was saying same with console games. I have heaps of them, but considering trying to test them, it's time and time and time.
Yeah, I mean consoles aren't that hard to test.
But he was saying I had about 70 plus original PS1s I dumpstered rather than try to deal with them.
Oh, well, I mean, but those could be scratched. But the thing is that if you had the long boxes, I mean, I had a whole bunch of them too, like whatever, and the that one, and then all those, and we sold them for like $400 a piece because they were in a longer, like the very first boxes that came out. They were, I don't know how to explain it now because I'm not a permanent.
Do you see what Brian is saying?
Nope. I want to know. Individually, but bulk would be faster. Take foils out, sell them the rest locally for $10. Okay. And
all of the rest for $10.
You're my favorite YouTuber, Primer Komodo Dragon. I don't really know what that means, but it's hilarious. I feel like it's hilarious.
That is.
And Lag says there's an automatic electronic card sorter will save you all the time. You just put stacks of cards. So we should probably go out and invest a couple $100 in that card stacker to sort our 250 cards. I think probably the smartest thing to say is look for the shiny.
Oh, Axe Monkey is asking how that disc repair unit is. I'm thinking of getting one.
So this is what I feel about the name of it is called the something disc repair. It's the $200 one, and you got the juices. It's right there. It's like JFS, maybe JFS. But anyway, so it's a white plastic thing, and it has a top that closes. So what I found from that is it works well. You do have to get more juice from them. They want you to get their juice. We're still on the initial, just one bottle that has the words on it. It's called JFJ Disc Repair, and it works super well. The thing is, when you're done cleaning the disc, and I wonder, James is a busy guy. He's got so many channels. He's not doesn't even come
Jones
over
Rare
here.
Finds, aloha.
Aloha, Joe. Welcome. He has a $2,000 machine. I'm betting there's some sort of a quality difference, but with ours, super shiny. You've done all the right steps. It looks super, super good. If you are to look at it like under the microscopes, it has like not a pattern like the cheap ones, but I swear I can tell that it has been resurfaced, and it plays perfectly. Everything's great. It's absolutely takes it to where you need it to go. If you have a super type A person, you can tip it towards a light, and it just doesn't look like that fresh CD. It looks like it's been
almost like a haze, or
well, you polish off the haze, but still it has. I can tell
a little pattern.
Maybe
Joe's Rare Finds was
works.
saying that J&J Easy Pro is easy to use.
Super easy to use.
Yeah.
But they say you're gonna die if you buy aftermarket products because, like, I don't know, the melamine, because it does kind of dust kind of forms and comes out of it, little powdered dust.
Sort of like the
from the juice.
The eraser sponges from
the
Amazon.
melamine. In fact, it probably is actually melamine that those sponges
I have used
are made
so
out of.
many of those too.
Yeah, but I finally told you to wear a mask, remember? Like yesterday?
After I've gone through like this huge package of them.
A couple packages, really. If you go all the way.
I have noticed though that yes, there's like this powder that comes out of them.
Yeah,
whenever.
that's murder
Gonna die
powder.
From something.
Yeah, everyone is.
Check that bingo box. Death.
Everybody out of Florida? Everybody, because I don't think there's anybody left there.
Gosh, my friend is, and her mom is.
Some people are staying, but they're not in. She says she's not in a bad place. That's it. I don't see. Oh no, here's one more. Toon World. But nobody took this one because it looks like somebody folded it in half at one point.
The condition too.
Look at the fold in half.
Oh yeah. That
Wait, I'm doing
shiny.
card. Is this a card rip? Is this old school card rips? Look at this. I'm ripping the cards out of these plastic things. Schwank.
Huh.
Makes a fresh noise.
Ryan says, I would have gambled on that lot for $10. You didn't do bad. Texas Bandit, find a 12-year-old that will find joy and happiness with junk cards, or some loser 42-year-old that gets the same.
I'm selling it for $10 to the next chubby guy with sideburns that walks by. But I think I can sell these. Now, honestly, what I'm gonna do is if I can get $1 a piece for them, which I can't because Ryan said they're 35 cents to $2. But I would put it up. I'm going to put this up on eBay for like $200 and see if I can get a.
Oh gosh, someone's gonna be like,
See if I can get a.
Basket Noodle was
super important person.
Was saying in regards to the cleaner, the disc cleaner resurfacer.
Ryan's a young. You can still turn your life around, Ryan. You can do it.
He was saying they had about 7 different ones in the game store, and
7 different what?
of the disc resurfacers.
Oh, yes.
He said that many took too much of the polycarbonate off, but he said the best solution he ever saw was in EB Games in their back rooms, an offset drill press with a common soft carve buffer pad using a two-step solution.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like if you could work that out, yeah, that would super work. In fact, you could probably 100% use car resurfacing tools because, I mean, you know, like not resurfacing, but paint resurfacing tools. I don't think paint is technically polycarbonate, but I think it reacts similarly
WTF.
to the rubbing compound.
I haven't understood it yet. You want to surpass Paige's card junk empire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I am going to take over. You know what he just said? Also, WTF. He just said that when he, I don't know, I don't remember the history, but he said that his basement was full of arcade games. And what's super funny is so was ours. Ours was full of a whole bunch of arcade games. Now we've just got like 3.5 down there because I've converted them all to multi-games, so you don't need to have so many games. And one game we've done alterations to our house. We couldn't get it out. It was a gauntlet. And so right now we have a gauntlet cabinet in the basement. I have sold everything off of it. The board. The only thing I haven't sold is the monitor, the cabinet, which is I'm going to break it to get out. I can't get it out. Like the coin doors and a couple other things. I bet there's still a couple $100 on there, but I think we made over $1,000 on just gauntlet parts. More than that, because the board set was $400.
And Joe's Rare Finds was saying that he watched a YouTube video and it shows to spray water between the sanding and buffing. And he said, I find that is the only way to get a disc without the marks. And also, I ran out of their white solution and I just started using turtle wax. I know it's a taboo, he says.
Well, no, you can see. I wouldn't mind. So that's I get nervous about Chinese products that are unverified. So when we get these magic sponges, you can see the little white puff go off, and then you can go online and read issues. But if it's like a product on the shelf, turtle wax, people use that all the time. So I wouldn't think that would hurt you, because it's probably just carnauba wax and a little bit of some sort of cleaner, agitator, lung burn.
Carl, eBay Life is saying, I gave up selling cards very quickly after several buyers paid less than £2 for the order of one card, then complained I didn't send them with excessive amount of protection. I mean, seriously? Costs.
Well, the one thing that really turns me off to is annoying customers who like return stuff. So this might be one of those categories that we get that kind
and you sometimes hear how the lower priced items bring some of the pickier customers that are willing to complain about anything. Veronica the Boss!
Aloha!
Thank
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Happy Channelversary. Thanks so much. Thanks for being here. Biff was saying I saw Jurassic Park pinball at Costco.
That's awesome.
Denticora, I'm that loser 44-year-old with junk wax baseball cards and 90s NASCAR. LOL.
I was just reading. I'm actually reading. I'm just like thinking about the drill press version. That if you had the right size drill press and it would actually work super easy and fast.
He said it worked miraculous because you could control the pad pressure.
And, that's like one of those, this JFJ place, they've just kind of got their whole ecosystem worked out, and they're making money on the reorder. But for our purpose, which was to do 100 CDs, we have not tried. I've not done, did I do a DVD? I can't remember. I think I did do a DVD, but I have not done a Blu-ray. Maybe that was it. But for every CD that I did that could not play, as long as the foil, the top part of the CD, didn't have any scratches on it, I think it brought back every CD I tried.
I do agree. There was definitely a look to it that made it look resurfaced. So I wouldn't be comfortable saying like mint or anything, like near mint.
I would say excellent still, because it's as long as it doesn't scratch or skip.
Do you say it's been resurfaced or no?
No. James said not to say that. He didn't say not to say that, but he said that it's just irrelevant information that may discourage a buy if somebody doesn't know what that means.
Mike is saying, I got a sale. Beards Live got me 2 for 1. You have an hour to match or beat them.
Everybody liked the channel on our Channelversary,
Oh, yeah.
so that.
We always forget to ask you guys to hit the like button.
Beard says he's the worst self-promoter, but we probably are.
We forget to even say, "Oh, see you Wednesday," or
See you
We
soon.
don't-
Oh yeah, Wednesday. Oops.
We
Today
don't
is
even
Wednesday.
do that.
We don't.
We're just out of our minds.
Speak for yourself.
Biff,
What? Who? What?
Biff was
What was that?
saying dirtbags love the dollar menu. Carl is like 100% Biff. And Dentacor said $5 items beget $5 people.
Yeah, I'm not looking for any trouble. I'm not looking for trouble here. I'm coming to town. I'm trying something new with the cards, but I ain't looking for trouble. I'll stick with my $2,000 Eames sofas or
Well,
whatever.
I find
If somebody'd buy it, I would.
when we had this load of vintage sewing patterns, it was
Sewing patterns.
Yeah, and they weren't. We started out pretty high price, but then we drastically reduced them by the
The
end.
first one we did,
But-
remember that? The first one
yeah,
we sold?
and we were
$75.
We were so excited, and then nothing after that. Well, nothing that high, but
It was Natalie Portman.
But
No.
we always ran into problems with the buyers of the patterns. They either wouldn't pay, or they were just.
And
well,
these
it
were
was-
at $7,
It was,
$6.50.
yeah, it was
We were just
usually
trying to
they
blow 'em
wouldn't
out.
pay, and we were just like, why is it always with these inexpensive items? Like people just don't.
And they were
pay.
often in Texas. Was that you guys?
Happy birthday, Texas Bandits mom, 85.
Aloha! Happy birthday!
What is Hawaiian for happy birthday?
Feliz Navidad.
Malekiliki maka. Well,
Feliz Navidad. Buenos años. Buenos años.
Veronica is asking if you can go over your eBay strategy nowadays. So what we're doing?
Well, thank
Yes,
you
we
very
can.
much.
Yes, thank you
Hold
for
on.
asking.
Let me button up my top button here
Where's
because
your
we're gonna
tie?
do real business. None of this foolish shenanigans. I will tell you. Thank you for asking. Thank you. So I will say that what we currently doing, let me just look at this. Our primary, so we busted our store down into three stores, 4 stores technically, 1 store. So we're trying to get stores that are niched down properly. So according to what I wanted to do, which was to have a boutique store, which is our highest end stuff currently in there. We're selling Mercedes grills, like Bentley grills, stuff that's worth, hundreds of dollars stuff. Our current price per item on that store is $333.
Ayo, ayo. Hello, ayo.
Aloha. So that store's got $333 average sale price. That's how we're treating that one. So really high end stuff goes in there. Stuff that's on maybe like, cool, collectible, I don't know, just spectacular stuff goes there. So there's not that many things in there. And then we took all the crapular stuff out of that store and moved it into our Junk Drawer Empire store. That store right this second is enjoying what you might call, I could show you this to you, but you just believe me? Okay. Last 31 days on this, which is now, I guess, our primary store because it's up 48% at $5,155.34 in the last 31 days. This last year, what's the year over year? Let me show you what the year over year is so that you can know. And you go here, and then you go sales. And I'll tell you that this has really worked. So our average sale per item on this store is $80. That's up a little bit too. And over last year, last 31 days, last 31 days, same period, October, what is today? 9. Generate report, come back. Where does it say how much awesomer we are over last year? Oh, we're up over 1,000% over last year. So what does that say? That says that
But last year, this was our secondary store.
It was.
And now it's pretty much our main store. It has the most product.
But, sweetie, just accept how much we're awesome because we suck so bad in May. We're now the doctors of eBay. Our shit's up 1,000%.
So, but can you
here's the point.
simplify it more?
Yes, we
for
put
her?
we're kind of doing it as everyone used to say. Just make sure you have high sell-through rate items, really good items. Like you gotta, have good items. That's what we did on this store. We did not. Also, we turned off entirely our brains. Thank you.
Oh, you mean like looking at numbers and stuff?
We didn't look at numbers anymore. Oh, well, I look at numbers, and I look at numbers as what it's going for in the last 60 days, 30 days, 90 days. No longer look at 3 years. Maybe I'll look and see, because it's depressing for the most part. Everything is down. So you can look and see what maybe it used to go for, but whatever it goes for in the last 90 days, it might be even a little lower than that right now. And if you want to compete, it better be lower than the highest one in the last 90 days. So that, I think, is the biggest thing is just sucking up the
lowered our prices.
Lowered our prices
so
to the
I don't
point
know.
where people bought stuff.
So, as he said, we branched out into a total of 3 stores now. Our 4th one is not up yet. It's going to be for clothing. We want to keep that separate. Because it seems like clothing gets a lot of returns, so we don't want to jeopardize any of our other stores.
And the 3rd store is also sort of along that context where it's all media. Any media. Magazines, books, software, games, records.
And some of the obvious stuff we're noticing, okay, if something seems to have a fairly good amount of views, but no watchers or no offers.
Like on our
then
boutique
we're like,
store?
okay, something's wrong with our pricing.
Yes.
And then we will put it on sale or mark it down.
I'm just really being aggressive with the prices. And when
very aggressive.
Definitely did some sales. Currently riding without sales, and eBay sales are continuing without putting up a promotional sale. And sales are continuing because I think we finally really got close to the actual price point.
And he said to me, he was like, I'm going to take, because we were doing like 30% off sale. Like we've done, a combination of things to try to figure out what seems to be getting more results. We were doing 30% off, and it did help for a couple days maybe. But then the last time he made a change, which was last Friday? I don't remember.
And I reset every week.
Yeah, reset. He resets once a week, usually on Fridays. So when he did the reset last Friday, that's end and sell similar as the reset. When he did that on Friday, he said, I'm not going to do 50% off. I'm just because some people actually think that you're raising your prices to allow for a 30, did I say 50% off? 30% off. When you have a discount, people often buyers think, oh, well, this seller is raising their prices to then mark it down and make me think I'm getting a good price. So he said, I'm not doing a sale. I'm just lowering the prices
to the sale price,
to what the sale price would be. And then maybe there's still a little room for sending an offer. So we will still send an offer
10, 15%.
Yeah. And a lot of our stuff, though, as we've mentioned a gazillion times, is stuff that we've had for quite some time. So the value, the money that we paid, I mean, that was so far in
decades
the past.
ago, for the most part.
We
are purchasing some things, but
yeah,
a lot of the old, there's a lot of old stuff. And I'm looking at our media store, and that is down 16% month over month. So
we need to get more up there.
Probably need to get more stuff up there.
We've sort of
but we separated that out from everything.
We've sort of been neglecting the media
a little bit, yeah.
In that, we put up a bunch of manuals, which
I overpriced them too.
Yeah,
so we did put them up
so overpriced
in their old Mercedes manuals. So I was bringing the price down to meet the market. Because if you got something that's pretty rare, it's pretty easy, or it's a good idea to start high and bring it down. Don't worry about being stale on the market. When somebody needs something, they're going to buy it anyway. Case in point, is that how you say that? Case in point, I sold a lens. They hadn't been selling for weeks and weeks. Then all of a sudden, somebody makes me an offer for a lens. I look on their site. They're selling the exact same lens that they're offering me. Okay, I've got the lens up at $60. They're sending me a $50 offer. I look on their site, on their username on eBay.
Yeah.
$400, they've got that same lens. I don't care.
We've
This
had
lens
it up
has not
forever.
sold.
It's not selling.
I sell it to him for his $50 price. Like within 2 days, I took the last one I had that I sold for $50, jacked up the price to $180, sold in 2 days. Why? I don't know. But that's what I do. I just mess with stuff.
So yes, Veronica. So
And she has something else. Do
so-
reset the entire store. So what I do, same technique that I used to do the nuclear reset, which is to Friday morning, I get up, I nuke all the listings that do not have an offer out on them, or maybe specifically have a lot of views and a lot of watchers, and I don't want to nuke that one because it already has it's already got people interested. It may take a while to sell that item, so I don't need to redo that one, even if it doesn't have an offer out. So if it has an offer out, I don't nuke that because I think eBay wants you not to do that. And then also any item that just has a lot of views that you don't need to reset it, because then you might not get as many people back on it. Anyway,
But
that's how I
those
do it.
people could just be people
They
that
could
are
be
curious
sellers.
they don't really want it. They just want to see what you sell it for.
Things to keep in mind, but as just a practice, just so
Yeah.
I can just mindlessly do it. That's how I'm doing it. Once a week, the entire store, minus offers. Things that have offers out on it.
And high watchers.
And high watchers.
So, and that does seem
High
to work.
watchers.
And
Twatchers.
And yeah, he really just got aggressive with our pricing, which I think was the one thing that really
My dudes.
has helped us.
My dudes, that's it.
Just putting the pricing down to pretty much
The secret
a
to our
tad
success.
above what you really want for it.
The secret to our
And-
success is the secret that I have. We've had success on eBay for 25 years. You just have to look at it a little differently. I used to buy things for $5 and sell them for $500 all the time. But I would sell $500 would be the going rate would be $600. So I would sell it for 80% of the going rate. Anywhere you can get closer to doing that in your eBay business, you will have endless sales. I had so many sales over the weekend, I could not finish them on Monday. The Monday sales came in. We never get sales on Monday. I had to wait till Tuesday to finish it. I have one item that's still here. Show them the one item, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, what were you talking about?
The triangle. Can you hand me the triangle? It's heavy, though.
What do you think is in here?
So this box defies all eBay. It looks like it's, but it's trianguloid. It's a triangular box. What could be in here? It makes a noise, a rattle. Well, this is half of a box to ship the damn steering wheel that I still haven't shipped yet. And I'm going to get a ding. I'm going to get dinged on that. But anyway, I made half of a triangular box for the steering wheel. And I'm going to make the other one as soon as I'm off of this show. Here. So, thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate all your props on that. You can do that.
WTF was saying, send offers to watchers. First raise the price, then send offer. Yes, we've done that, but then we had somebody call us out on it once, and I have seen other people say
WTF, have you seen they've slowed that down?
They've been called out on
You
that.
can't do that now. Well, you can do it, but they give you like a half-hour cooling off period now, or more. I don't even know. Because I tried to do it once, and then when I went back to go send the offer, it was sending the offer at the original lower price. You know, after I went and did him dirty and tried to jack it up.
Good. I'm glad.
So, the triangle of trust, exactly like.
Lag nukes a bean burrito every Friday. Almost the same thing.
I nuke a bean burrito every morning. Am I right? Oh, gross!
V-nudes, yes, pricing is key these days, and it's not going to change.
Well, I know it's a different scenario than when I used to get stuff for $5 and sell it for $500 and be at 80%. But it's just buy more stuff. That's the answer to it. Is at this particular point, price is the only thing that's going to get you $10,000 months on eBay. I don't know how else you do it. You got to, in order to get that kind of volume, you got to just keep lowering your price. And so look at it like, you know, if you ever watch some war stuff, they call it the meat grinder, which is just, we just need to make more babies to like throw them at the attrition of war. That's what I'm looking at eBay as. It doesn't matter how precious our stuff is. We've got to just stoke that fire with like our precious Pokemon cards, which these aren't. So that's.
So Veronica was asking, do you have a specific amount of new listings going live in each store daily? Do you think that has an impact on sales?
Yes.
I think it definitely has an impact on sales. So if you want to consider this a downside, the one thing
Multiple
downside
stores.
I find to multiple stores is that
Do math.
you now have to make sure that you put a good amount of new listings.
Well, let's say
how people say, "Oh, 10 a day."
Yeah, tech and sports, like do 10 a day.
But
well,
now
you got
that would
4
mean you
stores.
got to do, 40 a day. For some people, that's easy to do 40. For me, it's not. So.
Well, if you just got off your lazy keister. No, I'm kidding. That's not
So I don't know. I'm a turtle. We're turtles when it comes to.
I have the laziest keister going over here. But the thing is I'm working 24 hours a day, but this is a hustle when you're selling a whole bunch of stuff that every single thing's different. Nothing's repeated.
So Veronica, we are not consistent every day. So it varies on how many we get listed on each.
Weekly, I think we're kind of
consistent. We just
consistent.
do what we can.
Yeah. And
but we know that we need to improve it and that it does contribute to sales.
We always cherry pick our crap for the highest priced, fastest moving items too. So we aren't necessarily, but our whole purpose of that fracking the horde is selling stuff from the death pile. So no matter what, stuff is going up every week from the death pile, but not at the risk of putting up new stuff that's worth a lot or something, or even old stuff that's worth a lot.
And right now we have this massive collection of vintage Mercedes parts, and each piece takes so much
mouse in it.
Research.
Each piece has a mouse in it, and it takes a lot of research.
To figure out all of the model Mercedes-Benz that it fits in, and you know the deal. You've been there.
Texas Bandit says that chimichanga is the new name. No, chimichanga, though, is deep fried. That's the difference. So it's a chimichanga is a burrito, and then you put it in the deep fryer, and that's what you do in Texas to almost everything. Pickles. You got your Oreos, Snickers. How does a Snickers stay together? Remember when we had that deep fryer when we first met, and you were like, just soft boil a couple of Brussels sprouts for me and I'll be fine, and then you weren't. Remember that?
So Lag is saying that
pancakes.
Whatever you're saying, I know it's funny, but I'm not hearing it because I'm reading. Sorry, Nash TV. Hi.
Well, let's make sure that we're giving Veronica, because she's actually sincere and asking for important
I know. Things. And this is what I wanted to read. Lag is saying,
and Biff said taking a listing break crippled his store. Absolutely 100%. You have to in the modern eBay. I feel good. Look at me. I'm looking right at you, sort of. Right now I'm looking at you. Listing, not every day, but consistently and low price. I don't think those aren't even tricks, but those are what seem to be motivating.
And this is sort of one of the problems with our boutique store is that we just don't have our boutique items.
Well, we kind of do, but they take so...
to list there. So
like
that store is sort of not getting new listings, but our main store now, which used to be the second store, and then our media store, they're getting listings daily. Are they getting a lot daily? Not always.
You got to do that air conditioner thing. We've got the Frigi King. You can look it up if you.
But we do try to
cares
at
about
least
that,
get a handful on each of those daily. But
you got to.
yeah.
And it really, the most common sense thing that I can think of is, and what maybe an algorithm, just simple algorithm, is this person, if they're listing every day, then they can ship every day, so then they can sell every day. That is as simple as I can see the algorithm being, and probably kind of what it does. So if you're listing, it knows we joke about it getting your location and seeing that if you go across the country, you're not there. So, maybe it shouldn't give you so much. They could easily do that. But for sure, if you ain't listing, they're just going to say you're not there to ship. Maybe. Thank you.
Lag was saying, I do reverse auctions. I put a buy it now at a high price, and then I wait till you have watchers, then slowly lower your price.
That's what
till
we do.
A watcher
That's
buys
what we
it.
do. That's what we do with anything of value that is super value.
And
Oh my gosh, do you see that hurricane? We had a little gust of wind.
Can you stop?
Sorry.
I'm
ashamed.
You should be. Lag says it works better than it should. Pancakes. eBay
What did you
should
see?
add reverse auctions
Where's my-
as
oh, I closed
an
my-
option.
I closed Texas Bandit. Yes, we were all morning. We've been watching sort of a quad view of Florida, and there's the southernmost tip in Fort Myers and what's it called, Key West.
Veronica's asking, so you're still not promoting?
Okay, promotions. Good question. In the boutique store, which gets traffic on its own, each item in that store over a course of a week is getting tens of views, no promotion, zero promotion. There's 20 items in there or less even, and they all get views or they go into a different store. So it does not need promotions to get traffic to see the items. Now, if people aren't buying them, that's a different story. That's price. That's something else. But people are there.
I don't want anyone to buy that sofa or those big.
I know.
Oh,
So we're sort of doing the put an anchor piece in there and hope people don't actually buy it and then sell other crap. And we have been.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing.
we also talked about that. Oh, sorry. Continue about the promoting.
So on the secondary store, the one that has blown up in the past few months that we've been putting a lot of effort into, which is more regular items, but still good, solid regular items at attractive prices, 5%. That's a 4% with their dumb little thing of like, oh, you can surge to 5, whatever. But it's 5%. Every single one is 5%. Even though we have set it at 4%, and we go, on occasion, feel free to raise it by a point. No, every single one's 5% now. So, but that's fine, because look at the growth we've had on that. That's fine. The third store, which is media, I consider that to be the most saturated markets in all the things that we sell there. 10%, and it's 10% promotion. So that's just how we're doing it, and it is working. So that's what we're gonna stick with for now. Glenn's Gauntlet, aloha!
Welcome, and John, aloha.
And John's here too. How you doing?
Hey, Glenn, you just reminded me.
Thank you.
About our neutral feedback. So read Glenn's comment is, I got a neutral feedback today from a buyer that simply said, boring. Little Mermaid tape. That
rude.
sounds like that new system where eBay is having people actually rate the product,
And
not necessarily the buyer experience with the seller.
Heckling almost a person to leave that feedback, which is what happened to us. And I'm happy to say, do we have to do this again? We'll just pretend we did that. Dun, da, da, da. eBay did not remove the feedback. But the guy, for our first time ever, the guy said, I had written him an email just saying, I'm sorry that there was an issue. I did not send any messages to you asking for feedback. It was eBay. And he said, I will be happy to revise that feedback,
But
and he did.
And he did say, he goes, I did try to revise it, but it won't allow me.
Unless I ask
you
for the
have to
revision.
send me a request to revise it. So,
Which is that seems reasonable.
so Glenn's
So
gauntlet.
we are back to 100%. No bad feedback across all of our stores, and we hope to
Glenn's-
keep it that way.
Glenn's gauntlet.
Or I will drink gasoline and swallow.
On
a
our
match.
Monday show, we were talking about how we got our first
Thank you.
neutral ever. And it was because eBay kept sending our buyer emails to leave a feedback. And so the buyer left feedback saying, since you all keep
Such a jerk
since
for
you all keep bugging
pestering
me,
me.
I'm doing this, but I can't leave actual accurate feedback because I don't have my item yet. It hasn't been delivered.
Basket Noodle dated Daryl Hannah?
So
What? You lived in New York and you got a fountain in your room and your name was Tom Hanks and then she screamed at the TVs and they all broke? Nice.
So on Monday, though, we did have.
I was your brother, too. I ran the fruit store while you were off hanging with the fish.
We had people in our comments suggesting, contact the buyer and
For what?
let them know
neutral.
neutral feedback. Let them know that there's these metrics and blah blah blah. And neutral can
Yeah.
affect your account. But somebody did say that in our after chat after we were live, somebody said that they were told by a eBay rep that if the neutral doesn't take you down to the next level standard, then eBay doesn't do anything about it. They just figured, don't worry, it's not affecting your metrics or your whatever it is, your account
And you know what I say?
grading.
Poop on you.
It's just like everyone gives different answers. It's so stupid. No
Veronica, did we actually answer everything for you? Let me know if there was anything because I would love to share my knowledge. I just generally don't because I think it's so suited. It's such an individual process this eBay has become. But I know for a fact that listing every day. I mean, what's so crazy is that the people who are sort of at the top of the food chain of education on reselling say, make sure you list every day. Make sure that you keep up with your metric, keep up with your communications, ship stuff out on time, and price. And make sure that you have an attractive price with a good title. And you know what sucks is that kind of stupid logic actually is what it all comes down to. I hate it. I hate it.
Joe's.
I want magic. I want it all to be magical.
Wait, before his comment goes away,
Sorry.
Joe was saying I'm a bit behind in the stream, but I believe they fry the Snickers frozen.
Oh, is that how they do it? Thank you. I was wondering, how do they get that accomplished? I mean, a Oreo I get, a pickle I get, but an actual, and fried ice cream, it has to be mochi. It has to have like some sort of a thing around it. So that makes a lot of sense if it's a frozen.
What does this mean? You may know the answer. John said we had a neutral with an actual check mark. What the hell does that mean? Confirmed purchase? Like, I don't understand. What does
Oh.
a check mark mean? If you're there, John, or somebody. Ayo, where do babies come from, eBay? I want to know what answers you're going to give me.
They come from promoted listings, Ayo.
Ayo.
As long as you promote at 10%, babies happen.
Basket, I did. Oh, right. You already read that. Biff, my freshman roommate voiced Flounder in the original Little Mermaid. Did you read that?
Yes,
Okay, sorry.
that's okay. No, I didn't read that. Say it again. My freshman roommate voiced Flounder in the original Little Mermaid. Nice.
Oh, the buyer left no words, just a check mark.
Oh, just a check mark. Now,
That's so dismissive.
yeah, check. So, but and I guess they're getting very.
They're annoyed because eBay is bugging them about leaving feedback. This person, if someone was really
How can we turn
irritated or
that
really
off?
happy, they would have actually said, I'm so angry about this. This sucked, blah, blah, blah. Or they would have been like,
I'm so
it
sunburned, I
was
feel like a
great.
french
Thank
fry."
you. Instead, eBay harassed them. They
Nope.
didn't want to keep getting the
If
emails.
you're
so they
gonna
just,
if you're gonna keep asking me for feedback, here you go. That
Yeah.
was our. But we are back to and your neutral said good. See, that's I don't know. I mean, it doesn't affect your numbers, I suppose, but it's gray, and gray ain't green.
Well,
That's what I always say. That's my big statement for today. Everybody remember, thank you for joining us. Green, thank you.
Well, if you sell 10 items and 5 of them get neutral,
if 5 items leave on
right.
a train and they're gray and 2 of them are in Wisconsin and they're green, how many pumpkins do you have? Thank you.
Oh, what a-holes. Oh, Glenn's. They requested a return because they changed their mind, and that was 3 weeks ago, and then he never received it back, and the return is still open, and they leave a neutral.
Boo. Wait a minute. So, Glenn, hold on, I have to focus on this, everybody.
Come on, do it now!
Okay, they requested a return because they changed their mind. Okay, fair. You gave them the return. They requested the return, and you offered them the return, but they never sent it. Am I right so far? So good?
They wanted him to just say, keep it, and
I
I'll
understand.
refund you.
I understand, but here's the thing. Once you offer them a refund and they do not, a return, and they do not return it, once the return window closes, you can ask that any feedback for the sale be removed. I believe.
Because they didn't fulfill their
Tell me I'm
ends.
wrong. Thank you. Because once you... sorry. You probably have to be a top-rated seller. Are you a top-rated seller? I'm not sure. I think you might have to be a top-rated seller.
So top-rated seller comes with some benefits.
It does. Well, it does, for sure.
Yeah.
And you get 10% off your fees.
And
How about
Veronica
that?
said, yes, all questions answered. I will definitely be working on pricing. Yeah, I think that was huge for us. That's really what helped us.
It is. I mean, if there's one thing, it's pricing. Second thing is, titles and pricing.
Oh, I saw Lag said something earlier. I don't know if he was joking or not, but he was saying how he'll shop by highest price first. But we've talked about this
for good stuff.
Yeah, we've talked about this in the past because often the higher price can indicate, especially if it's graded stuff, that it's a high grade of something, cards, whatever, comic books, whatever it might be. So shopping by highest price can help in that area.
I mean, for collectors to sort, yeah, for sure. John is saying, I'm happy that eBay is required to have buyers wait for 7 days. Interestingly, we got that neutral was less than 7 days. So they don't have to wait less than 7 days to leave you a neutral.
To leave, but from when they purchase it.
It wasn't 7 days yet.
No, but that comes with top-rated seller, right?
It's at least doing what John said, which is to ask them if they really, really want to leave a neg. Can you contact the seller first? Can I finish? And that is good. Yes, I'm glad they do that part. I appreciate them not asking my customers to leave me feedback though. That I don't.
Oh, Axe Monkey said, I had a buyer open a return. We solved the problem without a return. The buyer left positive feedback. The return was closed and the feedback was deleted.
Exactly. So that is,
that's
hold on.
That's what happens with top-rated sellers, right?
Would solve the problem without a return, but was one requested. So generally speaking, as long as the customer requests a return, any feedback from that sale can or will be removed. So I definitely have it not removed, but it was positive and I didn't want it removed. I've also had positive feedback removed in the same situation during a return. So yes, you can lose a positive feedback connected to a return. I don't really know. It doesn't seem like it works. It doesn't really seem like eBay works. So what are you saying though?
So Glenn's Gauntlet though, so when the return window closes, then the likely that feedback will be removed.
It should just fall off, because if the return has been, if you've done everything on your return and you're top rated, if you've fallen through on your part, the feedback should be removed. I don't know. Is there some rule to neutral?
Correct, Primo.
Okay, right. So, is there something weird about neutrals though? But if a negative feedback certainly will be removed. Is it possible? And I have had a positive one removed. Is it possible neutral will fall into some weird place? I hope not. for your sake.
John was saying, the more I look at other accounts with great sales and horrible feedback, the more I believe it is worthless for the most part. But then,
But you have to. Then you have to get into the numbers game.
Like you're not.
You got to sell more crap.
Exactly. You have to sell thousands of items, in a week, in a month.
Well, yeah. But if you're selling the widget and you've got the eBay version of the buy box and you're selling hundreds of them, and you get 25 positive and 10 negatives, but you're selling hundreds of them, eBay doesn't slow you down. And that I think we've proven a million times by all those people who sell so many items. eBay's more interested in the final value fees that they're getting from these superior forces of selling, that the feedback for them is irrelevant. But for somebody who only has 1,500 feedback or 200 feedback, or even on our smallest store, the newest store, 60 feedback, I think it affects us a lot. I think it just depends.
Yeah, and Carl was just confirming what you were saying, that return open, case closed without returning, then any feedback will be removed, positive or negative or neutral.
I believe that very much to be true, Glenn's Gauntlet. So just watch that. So once that case is closed, or you pass that time period for that case closed, you can call eBay and say, I want to. They used to call it escalate it, but then they would just find in your favor right at that moment.
Can you clarify something for me?
Oh, I can clarify.
Because
can I get back out of my Professor Primo?
I see this
mode? Back to Party Primo.
I see this on groups a lot, and people saying, "Oh my God, I have a negative feedback," and people say, "Don't respond to it,
right?
If you're going to try to fight it, because it locks it in.
A response locks it in.
A response to someone's feedback locks in that feedback.
That is what they used to say.
And you cannot get it removed.
We don't know if that's still a thing.
Yeah, I wonder, because I see that on the groups a lot. People are like, "Don't respond."
Damn groups. Damn you groups.
I like 6x6. When one return window closes, another window opens.
It's true though. It's true because it's funny.
I see Basket Noodle was talking something about Amazon, and Beard was saying today that Amazon's only 20% of his sales. eBay's 80% now. But I think
he's been focusing on eBay, he said.
Because Amazon was screwing him over somehow, right?
Well, you remember when we did Amazon way back 10 years ago or so, that it was a hassle, way more of a hassle, and the amount of money that you got from the situation was insulting. By the time they backed over, broke our items with their forklift, and then they started to charge us some sort of rent fee for the space, and then I don't know, it was just. But anyway, the point is that the if you have repeatable items, Amazon's the way to go, probably.
Then the core was saying the response is lock on Etsy. So I guess on Etsy that happens too.
Look at my fancy card. It has a hologram on it. Would you like to purchase my card?
Was it somebody that was in our chat that said that they were kicked off from eBay for using Printify?
Yeah,
or was
Kent
it on
Daigle.
John and
Kent Daigle's
Jenna's
kicked
chat?
off of
John and Jenna's chat.
Spotify.
Because that stuff is I think drop shipped. So it's print on demand. You have your own designs. Then you have some other company, they print it, like Printify, whatever it is, I don't know. And then they ship. So I wonder if that's why they were kicked off, because it's sort of like drop shipped.
Ryan's back.
Ryan! Guess who's back?
Feedback removal is based on DSR, detailed seller ratings. If a buyer left 1 star in any of these, then in many cases they won't remove it. Problem is we can't. Right, that's true. We can never see. I try to keep up with it, and I'm like, I didn't have a 4.9 in shipping yesterday, so it had to have been the last person who left feedback. But those DSRs are annoying because, again, it leaves the only one in all of, and I think most of you know this, everybody's got 5 stars, except a lot of people have a 4.9 in shipping cost, because people are just so just so, I guess,
Well,
trained.
they're conditioned
really.
to free shipping
They're
now.
prime.
But it's like,
They're primed.
it's like, don't you realize it's
not my fault
accounted
they're
for
prime.
in what you're paying
Right.
the cost of the item?
But I just don't like to leave judgments up to people because I don't think they're doing it right. And they're like, I'm going to give him a 4-star. No, I am 5-star all the way every day.
Basket Noodle earlier was saying, or I'm sorry, not Basket Noodle. Dendacor was saying that
I never.
he's been having success with his 15% off coupon, and I do have to
With
say,
the coupon's been working.
we
That's it.
used when we bought those mouse trap lid bucket things.
I wanted to get the ones that were shaped like cheese.
We used the
but those were
5%
like
off
10.
coupon.
And they were like $10 more for the cheese-shaped ones.
You say coupon, I say coupon.
They only say coupon in southern Texas. No wind in Texas, though. I see that. I guess you just get caught. You just definitely didn't get caught by any of that nonsense. You're like, nope. What do we have? There's a lot of words.
Oh, I was looking. Points of sale have favored the authorized money. Oh wait, I'm just saying. Dendacor was responding to something Basket Noodles said, and it was said, "Show people my message response time and my medium." Yes, I know.
Which is like a response time is like, when did you send that message? Oh yeah, 15 seconds ago. If I see it, I respond to it. I never put it off. And
That's
ship
what
time
Etsy
is
does, right?
within 24 hours.
Etsy shows the seller's response
I'll
time,
be
I
like,
think.
hey, sweetie, do you mind going to the post office one last time at 4:45? So here's an interesting point. Back when you were in the real world and you had a job and everything, and we didn't live this fantasy world of like princess
Mice running everywhere.
mice princesses, and we do have actually with the king is a chipmunk. Yep. So back then when you went to work, I used to go to the post office at like 5:45, and I would take all of our items, right before aloha, you guys.
Oh, she's at the dentist. My tooth is aching.
Oh no, dental.
Wasn't her tooth aching a couple shows ago?
She's at the dentist, so
I
maybe
know.
so. I used to take all the postal stuff to the post office, and I'd have to stand in line. But I always got a receipt. I never, ever, ever didn't get a receipt in my whole life. That's another thing I can offer. I don't care. The only way to do eBay is to get a receipt. I mean, people will tell you they don't get a receipt. I always get a receipt. And guess what? No problems. So I take them in there, and then I go pick her up. Sometimes I'm late to pick her up. It's just a system that we had. So then when she started working for us, we upped the game, and we started sending out more items. The postman, the best postman on earth, Bart. Thank you, Bart. He
Said you guys need to get some sort of, container, throw
Which we
all your
did.
packages in that,
So-
and I'll
and
pick
he's-
them up. Schedule pickups.
So he's been doing that
We were
for
like,
4
"What
years,
is
3 or 4
this?"
years now. And then in the past 2 months, since we've actually been cooking and making stuff work, we're at the post office again after the morning pickup. Now we've got an afternoon drop off too, where she's going. I mean, for the past 3 weeks, we've been at the post office at least, I don't know, 3 out of the 5 days a week, right?
And the meanie,
And that's what's happened is our
the
picked
meanie
up.
counter guy, he's turned nice.
The mean guy at the counter. We've been there so many
Yesterday,
times.
I was
The mean guy
talking-
turned nice.
He was like, your closet's going to be cleaned out soon. And I was like, oh, no, this isn't a closet.
It's not a closet.
I'm like,
This is a mouse-filled warehouse.
My husband started selling on eBay in 1999. I'm like,
And
this
that's,
is
you know what?
a
And
collection.
in 1999, I had a pile too big
And then I said
to
to him,
fail.
if ever you have anything you want to get rid of, let me know.
Yeah, we're putting out our feels everywhere. Like, what do you got? We're going to buy your stuff. We want to buy everybody's stuff.
I said we mainly focus on vintage. That's our thing.
I have to
But-
cough.
But anyhow, yeah, he was all chatty. I was like, wow, what got into
What did we do to you?
him? He's been in a better mood lately, so I like that.
Yes. Oh, and Biff. See, Biff has got like almost a lot of feedback, and he's at 4.9 for people. I mean, it's just, but it's not it's really not like, I know you want cheaper shipping. So just don't put a thing there. You know why it's there? That DSR is there from the olden days when people used to do 1 cent item, $100 shipping. So it was there to do sort of like, I don't know, some sort of
Oh,
control on
Glenn's
that.
Gauntlet. I'm sorry.
What happened?
Mrs. Tiki Friday. I've been watching you guys since I started full time last November.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Well, so you know I can't tell you we're gonna do it this week because we're just so busy. It's
Pensacola
insane.
Flipper, aloha.
But Pensacola Flipper, how you doing down there? I think Pensacola's in the Panhandle, so I think unless there's a turn, you should be okay out of there. But I hope you are in a safe place. So what was I talking about?
Oh, the Tiki show.
Tiki show. So what we know what we're doing.
But not on this channel.
So we have a second channel which is called A Couple of Dinks.
Big Dre.
A couple O Dinks, I think. I love Big Dre. And we're gonna start up the Tiki shows there. And what we're doing is we're gonna build our Tiki bar that has been waiting for. We've lived in this house for 18 years. I had a professional Tiki bar, like a restaurant. And before that, I had a Tiki bar in our basement, which I used to impress people. It was like an arcade. It was like in a commercial building. And it was an arcade party place for me to try to make a Tiki bar. Anyway, so we have not had a Tiki bar in 18 years, but we have tons of killer stuff for it. And what we're going to do either maybe this Friday, maybe the next Friday, is just sit in our basement corner.
Start building our Tiki
just start building the
bar
on the show.
on the Tiki show.
So that's maybe what we're gonna do.
But thank you for saying that,
Appreciate that.
we know like it's not always.
Well, I think if we put it on the other channel, then there's no problem.
Yeah. And you said it's a couple of dinks, DINKS.
Yeah.
With
Which
a
is dual
period.
income, no kids.
Yeah.
But we're now just one income, so it doesn't even make sense anymore.
Pensacola Flipper, why does it seem like all post office people look so angry?
Can you imagine that?
Well, for
how
one,
much they have to put up with?
So they have they're expected
people.
to do so much while they're manning the counter. It's ridiculous, at least in our office. And then our awesome
a
dude,
basement show. I'm listening.
like you were so funny. And then our post person, Bart, was telling us how they have trackers on them now, or on their vehicles. On them, I don't even know. And he said that
the little don't use our little bins. He said they have trackers on those.
No, but on him too.
Yes, they do have trackers on them.
And there's some company in Maine that watches, and he said there's like little red dots. And if a person delivering mail is staying in the same place for too long, the dot gets bigger. Was he being truthful?
like the special effects on the first Arnold Schwarzenegger Go to Mars movie. What's it called? Total Recall. And the guy's like, he's got like the big round ball tracking device up his nose, and the guy's showing it. So the closer you get, the bigger the red dot gets. And he said that some people in Maine are watching, and if you stay stationary, the red dot gets bigger.
Or like it starts
I don't know if
blinking.
he was pulling our leg.
I don't know either.
But-
and then we were joking, and we're like, oh, and then they zap you, and they're like, get moving, zap, zap, zap.
And then right when he left, because we had been talking for like 10 minutes, and he just starts backing up, and he's like, my circle's getting smaller. It was hilarious.
Yeah, he's like, okay, guys, I gotta go. My circle needs to get smaller. It was pretty funny. Oh, and Pensacola Flipper says, we good on hurricane weather for today. LOL. Big Dre was saying, after spending 2 hours sending positive feedback to buyers, I decided to switch to automatic feedback once the buyer pays for the item.
Absolutely.
Yes. And
it shows goodwill no matter what. Unspoken goodwill will save you. It will save your butt
Josh,
from time to time. Aloha, Josh is here.
Beam.
Josh looks like he's been working hard on his website and stuff, and fired it up and got it off to a good start. And I'm guessing you're still trying to decide if you're going to sell it all as a collection, or are you? Maybe I saw a thing that actually said he had it listed as a collection though, or as.
Oh yeah, that
parts.
big one.
Maybe try as a collection first. Maybe.
Oh goodness!
I gotta
what a
look now.
Tiny baby boy.
You could just tell us, Josh, but I'll look.
HSW video stereo
Views.
HSW
Wilson Harbor Sales. WHS Stereo Views.
Right, Wilson Harbor Sales. Yes.
And I'm just looking to see because I know Josh said that he did. I think he said
It's
they're all for
like
sale.
my dot would be the size of a basketball.
The registry cards have arrived. Oh wow, look at those. Oh, these are the things. These are your certificate of authenticity. That's cool.
Oh. Ryan, thank you. I just
Yeah, I like that.
I just noticed.
People
I was like,
love
what
that.
is Ryan saying? And then I noticed on my phone that I had to
You are gonna piece
approve your
it.
link.
That's awesome. And Josh, I'm in the sort of peripherally in the art business where, signed art, signed, and then limited edition prints and stuff, and how much more a printed piece of paper is with a pencil signature and 1 out of 150 written on it than the same piece of printed paper without a artist's pencil signature or a COA is worth a tenth of the price of so you can take the exact same printed thing. This is what I'm trying to say. It's crazy. People get
You get more money for it if it's numbered and signed and pencil.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Ryan, yes, I knew. Thank you for doing that. Link to our A Couple of Dinks channel.
Oh,
but,
you did.
But
Thank you.
YouTube
Awesome.
wasn't allowing you to post that. I had to approve it. So,
Wow,
Joe, oops, I just sent a 50% off offer. Oh,
Oh, you got caught
it's
in
that
that little
stupid
trap.
thing.
You got the trap door. Oh no, I hate that.
Hope it sells. Well, the person will be a fool if they don't buy it at 50% off.
The way I've had to teach myself to not mess myself up is that I try to do it always multiple. I try never to send out a single offer. If I can't, usually there's a couple waiting for me, luckily. But so that way it only will choose percentage first as opposed to you can't send out an offer. Anyway, that's a lot of work to do just to, avoid not looking at something carefully. Right? Am I right? Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Tiny.
I think we're done because I'm starting to just. Am I actually looking at the camera right now? Can you tell that I'm not?
Oh, I know he's that way. The other.
Look
well,
at- like, I
were
can
you
do one eye
actually
like
going to? Were you actually going to like tie in the title of your thumbnail to anything?
What was
I
it?
just made
What was the
because
title?
you said something about looking at eBay through your.
That's a Depeche Mode song. You put the eyes on there, and I was
yeah, I
like,
did.
let
I
me
put
show the world
his-
through
his
in my eyes.
I put his eyes on me and Pokey.
Now the song itself is very sexy because it's so ridiculous, but so is Depeche
What
Mode.
is he doing?
What do you mean?
Is there a mouse?
He's looking for treats.
Give him a. Hey,
You have the treats. How am I getting involved in all
he's
this
sniffing
madness?
the little jack-o'-lantern lights.
The let me show you the world in my eyes is like when you're
Come on.
face to face with somebody
Yeah.
and you're sexy. You know what I'm saying? You want to demonstrate that?
I'm just looking at
demonstrate
Pokey,
it.
how shiny
Can you
he
demonstrate it? Am I showing you the world in my eyes? Can you see the world in my eyes right
is.
now?
I just see one big cyclops.
Well, sometimes it works. Thank you. But no, I find YouTube titles super annoying. I try to do clickbait, it doesn't work. I try not to do clickbait, and it does work. No, wait, what am I saying? I try to not do clickbait, and it doesn't work. So if you had your hand up a cow's butt, would you see the booster?
Oh, question.
Shoot, because at this point, ask
A
anything.
different question. So, Nash TV on our left a comment after we were live on our last video, and he was saying why doesn't anyone do a video about how Sundays the eBay just shuts off accounts on Sundays, and we don't have enough volume to really notice if eBay is shutting us off on Sundays. But do you guys ever notice that Sundays seem to be a day where you don't have any sales?
Sunday's our best sales day.
Yeah, but again,
Why? I don't know.
we're our volume is nothing like compared to say.
True.
You
We don't
know.
have volume. So our the way our store flows is weekend sales are always the best. And I'm still trying. We haven't been capped, but I will tell you that no matter how hard we work currently, we're not seeming to be able to get over the dollar amount we're at right now, which I haven't looked to see if that's hitting page views or any other limiting effects. But the dollar amount seems to be 5 figures, and we're not able to leapfrog over it. I'm trying.
And
we've got tons of stuff up.
Nash
to do
TV
that.
was also saying that for sure he is capped at views. So he looks at his numbers, the views and everything. He said he can barely break 1,100 views daily. Yeah. And he and our last video on Monday in the like I said, the after comments, the after show comments, he said this, and that is, really interesting. He said no matter how many items he lists on the account, it's still 1,100.
I don't know why specifically it is, but what I'm trying to do is pull up more items and try to get that because we've got the 4 stores. So this is across, 3 stores really right now. It's across the 3 stores. So if I can get that primary store, the boutique store, I can get that $1,500 item in there, that other $1,000 item. And if I can get that store to perform, then we will have leapfrogged over into the 5, solid 5 figures.
So Mike is saying, Sunday is horrific. And WTF, although you're over in Germany, though, Sunday is the best sales day for sure. Joe's Rare Finds.
He sells a lot of media, too.
Joe's Rare Finds, I get sales on Sunday, but maybe that's because I'm always listing more on the weekend. Okay.
Well, that could be. I think in WTF sells a lot of media type stuff, and I think that's one of the things that you have more. I mean, honestly, people home on the weekend from work having a little bit of the, grandma's little cough syrup, doing a little eBay, buying a little media. I think, sometimes I think that's sort of the case with the items that we sell on the weekends.
And Ryan's saying I can 100% tell when eBay lets my items be seen because all of a sudden I'll get like 5 sales from random people from random places.
Beards first! Never feel savoir-faire is here.
Den Decor is saying absolutely he's capped. Texas Bandit was saying big argument in the comic book world was if you listed on Sunday night. It was the night to list funny books.
That's how we used to do it. And we used to do way back in the day Sunday 7-day auctions. So they would end on Sunday too because Sunday was the Sunday. And that was it.
Carl, keeping my lips buttoned on stats.
Stats are so annoying.
Why are you going up?
Well, because I wanted to see.
Enjoy the silence.
Yes, Texas Bandit says good choice, and Biff says they open at Shoreline. I saw them there several times on the Violator tour. Josh says hopefully it drives traffic to the website. Yes, his cards, and the fact that it's a product that Josh is now taking.
Yeah,
like he's selling stuff on eBay. There's some stereo view cards. He's adding this card to it, which is a COA, creating a product. Now, I had the exact same thing happen, different. I just like to tell my stories, so I'm going to tell mine. When we sold that Woodstock sign, and we sold one Woodstock sign for $450. It ended up at Julian's Auctions, and it sold for $550. And you could see my COA card that I made for it. And right next to it was the other piece that we sold for a Woodstock sign, a piece of the wall of Woodstock 99. That was also had my COA on it, and we sold that for $700, and it sold for $7,000. But we didn't get that money because somebody else bought it from us. But the COA, they didn't ask for the COA until after they had actually got the items. I'm sure they went, hey, Julian's, I got this cool Woodstock signs.
Yeah,
and Julian's was like, do you have COAs? And then they called me, and I was like, chump. But I'm happy to do that. I'm happy. That was my, I kind of made $700 $7,500 appear out of nowhere by taking a piece of wood. Am I right?
And then Mike was showing his sales for the weekend.
Oh.
And then Friday he had 891, Saturday 572, and then Sunday 77. Mike was saying
Silver hair got a sale from our.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go like John and Jenna's video because that's what I have to do, right? If you get a like, then I go like their video.
You should
It's
have
very
already liked it.
complicated.
What are you talking about?
I did like it, but now I gotta like it again. That's a double like.
Yeah, but they say if you unlike it to then like it, you get
I
a
just
return.
can't keep any of this together. It's so crazy. I don't understand how to do it.
Mike was saying, I did notice, but I noticed it's one of the 3 days over the weekend that gets hit. So it's like, okay,
Maybe
not
you
always
lose one.
Sunday.
You lighthouse out, and then I get it. I mean, maybe.
Grandma be shopping. And WTF was saying that also for comics, Sunday is the best sales day. Done Decor, 5 sales per day, about 200,000 impressions, about 12,000 page views.
Now, so Josh is also saying my traffic is down, but I've been working on that product import and metadata. So also, I think he said in somewhere that you're not spending a lot of time. Oh, Profit Playbook podcast, I'll bet. That you're not spending a lot. You're only going over to your business place for like an hour to ship out some stuff. So if you're focusing on that stereo view stuff and not your other stuff, it's, that might be why sales are down because of the switch of focus. Maybe. I mean, you technically know more about eBay than I do, I'm sure. But that would be just something I would think of because you have switched your focus a little bit. And that seems to be a big thing that can either raise your sales or lower them.
Beard was saying I had a large buy, filled my truck and trailer. I'm too old for this poop. Texas Bandit said, yes, your poop is old.
You gotta get the young backs. There's young backs out there just waiting to be purchased and used to pull all the crap out of someone's basement.
Biff is saying auctions still need to end on Sunday, which yes, you've always done that. Yeah. When it used to only be auctions.
It was just Sunday to Sunday. That was when all the eBay
I've
happened.
done some capping, but I've never been capped.
Lag was saying, where'd you get your seal? Well, Josh had his made. That's awesome.
Dun Decor was saying, yes, 9 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. Had to pay 5 cents to schedule. Huh. Yep.
And then they jacked up the price to 10 cents. I think it's still 10 cents.
Lag was asking, where did you get your COA cards? Are you asking Josh?
Well, I was just answering that he made them and printed them like probably any business card printer.
And you where'd you do?
I just made them. Well, I've made them before in my life because there's been circumstances where I've needed to make them before. So I was already pretty clear about how to do it.
Yes, Josh, I know. My biggest time suck is importing the listings, adding product info. Yeah.
I mean, no matter, I don't know. I look at James's thing and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, well, maybe we should just have 1 million items on eBay and just not, he doesn't have to do. So what we spend time on doing is polishing, washing, researching, listing, angling, photographs, but we're selling, everything sold on the value of its condition. So we have to make this thing look like that. And James, and not just James, but anybody doing that low and fast kind of sales volume, you're not concentrated on that. You're just like, get the item up and let it speak for itself. You don't have to even, half the stuff you don't even fill out. Even James was saying that some of those book places fill out even less than he does, and they just keep selling stuff. So we're at the one end of the spectrum where we have to take, I don't even know, sometimes it could take 20 minutes to get one stupid item.
No, Mike, no.
Done.
We still have 10 minutes if we stay on for our normal time. He's saying, it looks like you all lose. Only one sale. Beer needs to go live again. We still have 10 minutes.
We have 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was saying he needs to get 2.
Don't try to. That's not fair. We have 10. Yeah, we're going to work everyone. And if you don't get it, we're staying on here until you get that second sale, just so that we don't lose.
Holy crap, Mike.
That is.
So He had 27 sales yesterday. Over 1,100. 140,000. Who the heck? 140,000.
Spirit say, double sales on John's video. If it doesn't work during the show, hit the thumbs down to cover the next 24 hours. That's got to work. That seems like it. There's no way that can fail. Josh is going to have 140,000 products?
Holy cow, Josh. Can you hire, like...
No, you can't do that.
Can you hire anyone?
That's
just
a
to
lot of
help
products.
you?
When we toil with under 2,000 right now, I think. Yeah. Close to 2,000, 2,200. Right? 140.
Bearded Josh, you are not insane. Let's see. There is me and Kimo. LOL. You are way normal.
Yes. No.
You're
Josh is the
ambitious.
sanest one. Josh is the one who
He's insanely ambitious.
keeps questioning. Like, are we doing this? He's like, and that's what I love about Josh is like, is this the best thing to do? In the end, but he's got the faith and he's got the
does
bug
it.
now. Now he's got the bug, so I don't think you're ever gonna escape. But
Biv was saying my site is looking nice on mobile. I will add a little each day. I had to relearn WordPress. The last 10 years have changed.
yeah, you guys, Biff, you want to see something that'll speed up WordPress by 1,000,000%, except for the learning curve is a little annoying. Webflow, and then you can output Webflow to WordPress, and so you can design the killerest sites in like 1/1,000,000th of the time once you learn how to use the product, and you can output it to WordPress and then edit it forever, on WordPress. But you can build it like a fully active, awesome site on Webflow. That's awesome.
Oh, wait a second. What, Beard? I just bought thousands of parts for a freezing jello machine. Insane to stupid in a hurry.
Wait, what? But can you put vodka in it? Because then you got something. You can make some Jello shot machine.
Wait, Big Dre, so you must have someone working with you, right? Today, Monday I sold 200 pairs of boots. Tuesday I sold
What?
200 pairs of sneakers. How do you do next day shipping? What? How do you do that?
You're just like boggled by the 400 pack. How do we ship 400 items? If we sold 400 items, we would die. So, yeah, eBay's suppressing us because they know they can. People want all of our stuff, but they just rip it out.
Biff, are you adding adverts in your eBay packages? Blink
Blink
twice
twice.
if yes.
No, we have so many things to do, and I can't believe how many. Like, still just last
Yay,
week we
Carl
did.
got one!
See. Last week we talked about just picking up a little piece of data point from J-Ride, something that I knew very well, but I just hadn't, because there's so many things to rebuild or to change my thinking from 20 years of doing eBay. Every single thing I can question. So I don't mind that. New items to sell, new ways to list, how to structure your listings. I will try everything. And what's my point?
It's important not to skip over the A. Big Dre sold a $200 pair of boots, and Tuesday sold a
shit.
200. Okay, thank you.
Let's
thorough
go back. I
in
like it
reading.
better when he's selling
Sorry.
200 pairs of shoes a day. Nice job, 200 pairs of shoes.
That's some great,
That's some hustle.
Great price on those 200. Wow, nice.
Yes, the article does. The language does matter.
I know.
Grammar.
I know. Right. I completely skipped over A.
So when we're done with this, is the best part of our week.
I'm crazy.
And I like to just point her out because we just sit here after the show, decompress watching Jenna, Jenna Phipps, Phipps.
You mentioned her on, I think, a members video once.
But she's today, right after the show we'll watch. She usually comes out at like 11 o'clock Eastern on Wednesdays. And she's the one who's in Vancouver, British Columbia, tearing, they have a mid-century modern house, which they totally gutted and maybe removed like 80% of the wood from it.
Did you say in Vancouver?
Yeah. And instead of, because they wanted to do it as not a tear down. Because if they did a tear down, just money and costs and permits and stuff. So they did it by removing as little, but most of the house. And then they actually like put wood, like new, fresh subfloor underneath old walls just to make sure they were keeping the rebuild program. So anyway, favorite show on YouTube. Thank you.
And
except for Beard and Josh and Hayfroz and we're pretty good too.
And this is a good point
After a year,
that Josh is saying, talking about the inserts that he puts in the packages. He says, I didn't build the registry cards with a QR because most of my customers are 50 plus. So we need to keep in mind, like they always,
Don't want to insult them with newfangled gadgetry.
Right. They aren't necessarily savvy. Wait a second.
What's happening?
50 plus.
We're old. Oh, Josh insulted us. Okay, Josh, that's it. Get off my lawn.
But it is true. I mean, my mom
What's a cute? What is this?
does not use.
What's the QR code?
She has a cell phone, but she doesn't ever use it.
Your mom will not use a debit card. She's weird though. She's extra, little extra.
She still really likes checks.
She's a little extra.
She's 70.
We also drive old cars. Why? Because not because they're fuel efficient or comfortable or safe or anything. They're just
WTF
cool.
got a sale, but we need
Nice.
Mike to get a sale. Be nice to your elders,
Seriously.
Josh.
Beard, seriously. It's like biblical. You got to be nice to us because we're old. That's just fact. And you got to drive us to the Golden Corral or to the Waffle House when we need it. That's right. You got to put the tennis balls on our walker if we need it because you're a youngster. And most importantly, you got to go down in the basement at Lag's house and pull out all the computers because you got that young back going. You know what I'm saying?
Josh, Canadian 50 is American 70. Big Dre.
It's rough up there.
That was a good turnover, though. I paid up for the pair of sneakers and boots. It was $120 total, but still $200 each.
Yeah, that's how
that's
called
I would be
reselling.
Psyched
Isn't
with
that called reselling?
But you obviously knew they were worth it. So.
Yeah, it's like 70. It's like 75.
Biff is saying, I
Josh.
wish Basket Nudes would
50
offer.
is the new 75.
Basket Nude would offer a strategy forum on e-commerce for 2024. Hey, Basket Nudes. Mm-hmm.
I know Basket Nudes you should have your own. Well, you know what you should have is a paper, like a monthly paper newsletter that comes out and it's all DIY, like no typing. It's all like written out and stuff.
Can I move to Canada so I can be 20 years younger?
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have basements in Canada though. Actually, they do. Every place has a basement. I think basements were born in Canada.
No, wouldn't you be 20 years older if you moved to Canada?
75. 75.
Basket Noodles, do I look insane? No, well, you look knowledgeable, Basket Noodle.
This land is my land. This land's not yours.
A zine.
Land. Yes, a zine. Totally. Basket Nudes, work on your zine. I think you would make. Now, what's the price on a zine nowadays? It used to be like $1 or 50 cents. You'd probably have to charge like $25 for 3 pieces of folded over copy paper nowadays because of cost. Then Todd would only be 85, right? That's how the math works. And we add in Yep. 75, like I said before. The B Nudes white papers. Oh, poor Canada's money. And you know what's great is that Canada knows in another 5 or 6 years, it's going to be par again because that's every 20 years it flips and it goes par like $1 to $1. And then for 20 years, you're like, it's worth like half. And it goes back up.
I bet some 90s zines can fetch loot these days.
We sold some punk rock stuff from 2000.
Straight edge.
Stuff. I mean, no. Is it a lot? Well, we bought it for nothing and sold it for $25. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a local person that had.
We love to find that kind of stuff. Because we're ephemerides. We're ephemeridates.
I paid someone on Fiverr to make me a new logo with branding guide for my stuff. Yes.
Fiverr. Fiverr. Yeah.
Yeah, Fiverr's an awesome place to find legitimate good people.
So
to do stuff
here's
like
the
that.
secret, Ryan and Biff,
Websites.
is not me, but my just separate from eBay, we paid Fiverr guy to set up our first website in Webflow. Because I worked on it for so long that it was so frustrating just learning a new learning Webflow. Like I said, the just getting to utilize it and to use it for its powerfulness, it's a little daunting and it takes a second. But like I said, once you're done, then the guy output it to WordPress, and now I can do anything just like a professional. But I also now can pretty much use Webflow. But Fiverr, yeah.
Yeah,
Fiverr
Mike
works well.
uses Fiverr for logos.
Yeah, Fiverr's awesome.
Mike, haven't listed or updated anything today, so it might be hard to get my sale. Only 3 hours left for me. Okay, I take natural lighting photos. Yeah, those are the best. Only sales today have been repeat buyers. Oh, well, at least you have some.
That is a sign of a healthy
return customers
business.
are always awesome.
For sure. Now, we've gotten to the important part of our show. Who's going to give me $5,000 for this one card because it has shininess on it?
Ooh, sparkles. It looks sort of like
shiny.
Oh, yeah.
You, Ryan, you are being shinied by shiny card. I wish I understood the appeal of this. Like, I hold it and I'm like, I want to like make a paper airplane out of it. I just don't. I don't have it. I wish it made me thrilled.
Okay.
So as soon as we sell one of these, I'll be thrilled.
Are my glasses all cockeyed?
Yeah. It's 3:03. Everybody, did everybody get their sale? If not,
no, Mike didn't get his. So
go press
sorry,
the like button
Mark.
twice on Flippin' and Easy's video. Something like that. There's your sale. Go double check. I think he didn't check well. You go look in there, you're going to find yourself a sale. Oh,
so thank you, everyone, for spending our anniversary, our Channelversary with us. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, you've got to help us, Doc. We've tried nothing, and we're all out of ideas.
To Major Rowe, Duggan, and a Major Win, Duggan Rowe, for the awesome super chat. Thank you to all
everybody.
Of our members. Thank you to every single one of you for being here.
So true.
We're very thankful for you.
Thank you to Biff and Ryan and Lag. I hate this part because I never get it all.
I know.
And
I
Mike
don't ever
Curtis,
want to leave people out.
and Joe, and then people, and then somebody else, Texas Bandit, and then Josh.
Winter Lee, you watch
Winter Lee
later.
is here?
No, she's not.
Oh, she's coming, but we know you're there.
And then Amy's not here either, so I want to say hi to Amy.
B-Nudes and Ryan
Oh yeah, there are
Big Dre
some
and
new people
Ryan.
here. Oh, Veronica, thank you for asking all those important questions.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you on Monday and maybe earlier for